Ammo is crazy expensive and hard to find, and dry fire is life. I use the Mantis X10 to keep my handgun skills strong, and it makes dry practice fun and challenging. Check it out at the link below.
Hey everyone, Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant. I'm on the road in California. I've been teaching all weekend. You can hear my voice is a little crackly. I'm in a lovely hotel room, and I'm going to bring you this video. We're moving this week, so I'm trying to get this one out of the way while I'm on the road. And I wanted to do this in class, but of course the best laid plans always go astray. Usually in class I have a lot of appendix people, but this class tended to be strong side open holsters, so I couldn't do this video, so we'll do it together in my hotel room. One of the things that I see is that people have a big fumble when they're going to get their gun. There's a huge fumble, a disconnect right here. It costs you at least a quarter of a second, sometimes more, to get the gun out. And something I've been working on with people is the idea of the pliable hand. When we make our hand tight, it becomes dead and rigid, and it's very hard to get to the gun. The other thing we see is there's simply not enough height right in here for the fingers to go in. We all feel like we're concealing the gun better if it's deeper in the belt. It doesn't really change the profile according to your stomach because you only have a little bit of space difference, but you can't get your fingers in there. And what happens is you tend to claw at the belt or you jam up on the way in. So make sure that your holster height is high enough that you can get your fingers in there. It's really, really important. It's going to feel odd at first, but you've got to make sure you have enough height, whether it's strong side or whether it's appendix. Okay? The other thing I want you to start doing is relaxing your hand. Now there's three ways to go get the gun. Okay? I can slap, which is like Gabe White's. Okay? I can stab, which is straight down like Scott Jelinski, or I can circle in, which is like Mike Seeklander. You're going to have to figure out what works best for you. Okay, they're all very good. Every one of those shooters I mentioned is extremely fast, so there's some choice in here. You'll have to experiment with it and see which way you work. Okay, one to practice is just from here to here and relaxing the hand. So if I'm starting in a hands down position, what I'm going to do is just let the fingers relax and grip the gun. When they hit the gun, they close, not before. But what happens is we get tight under pressure and we start making a claw, and then it prevents us from getting in there. So let them relax, and whether you stab, you slap, or you circle, they'll simply grip the gun. And I want you to practice just this part. Now if you start from the high position, same thing works. Nothing really changes, except I don't find the circle here. If I'm out here I can circle in, but right here it becomes simply a stab. Okay? And what I want to do is get good at just stabbing that way. Now, let's make sure we check this thing. We're on the road. No accidents. Good to go. If I have enough space as I stab or slap, what's going to happen is I'm going to bounce the gun out, okay, in my hand with a good grip. It's instead of push and secure, what's going to happen in a much shorter time period is I'm just going to bounce it out. Boom. That's going to lend me a lot of speed. So those of you that are working on your Mantis X and you're trying to improve your reaction time to the beeper and your pull stroke on your draw, which is where I see a lot of time, this is a really easy drill. Just make the cover garment out of the way, and then wherever your favorite hand position is, whether it's up or down, I'd suggest practicing both. You practice to right there. Don't even join the hands. Just practice how quickly and gently you can grip the gun while bouncing it. Instead of making your hand real tight, just relax it and make sure you have enough space to get in there. If you find yourself hitting the belt or jamming up, then you have to change something. I have a large beaver tail here, so I don't do the traditional full claw grip with my hand on the back. My thumb just offsets to the inside just a bit. Okay, work around your gun, figure out how it works, but get this speed. I like to think of a Bruce Lee movie. You know, he was always so relaxed and explosively quick, like he was wired just for speed. I want you to do the same thing. So when you hear the beep, you want to practice it. If we get that fast, that's the administrative part of the draw, then the rest of the draw will take care of itself with the hand speed. But what we got to do is get really good at this motion and getting to right there. And notice the gun's coming up around my eye level. I have so much energy in here that's kinetic, that's bouncing up, that I'm going to get the gun where I need to see it. All right, but if I push, contract, and pull, the gun stays really close to me. Now, since I'm an appendix, I'm skipping the 2, but but it works the same way for a retention position, bounce, retention, okay? I have to know that relative to the distance of the target. It is contextually relative to the target, and it doesn't have to be hit every time if the target's further away. So practice the relaxed hand, take a deep breath, visualize what you want to happen. Don't try hard, just move as quickly as you can with a relaxed hand, and you'll be shocked at how quick you can get this gun out. Okay? Now here's a slap, like Gabe White does it. So my hand tends to bounce in and then come out to here. Here's a stab, okay, and here's the circle. They all have a little different hand pattern, so you have to figure out what works for you. I'm partial to the stab. It's very direct and quick. It works whether my hand is up or down, so that's my choice, my compromise in life. But it is a little harder with the big beaver tail. So I like the movement the best, but it's hardest on my hand, so I have to be a little bit more accurate so I don't jam up my thumb all the time. And I want to be super cognitive of where that thumb's going so I don't drive it straight down on the back of the hammer in the beaver tail. But if I get real relaxed here and just think you're going to catch something, you're going to snatch something, don't do it hard, just go and get the gun. And as your fingers come in, as they feel pressure, they'll simply grab it and you can bounce it right out of here, okay? It's going to make a lot of difference in your speed, guys, and your Mantis X is the perfect tool for this. It is the only thing that measures your response and then your pull time to get it back out. Then we have the horizontal time on target and the prepping of the trigger and pressing. What a great tool. I don't know how else you do this. It's just a fantastic way to practice it, but you got to have the Mantis X10 to do it. And make sure that hand stays really relaxed. Make sure you have enough space right here and think about kinetic instead of push down, hold, and then drive up. That is just slower and you're driving a lot of energy down into the gun where all you need is simply enough to get the gun to go from here to here and come back up. So just that motion is it, and that's what we want to practice. Think how you bounce a basketball. You don't, well, some of us do, right? But you keep it really light and quick. So I want light hand quick speed, boom, boom. My hand goes and just touches that gun like that. It's like throwing a jab. It's got to be quick. It's not hard. It's really quick. So when you guys go and get it, boom, have that kind of hand speed with it. See if it makes a big difference. We should see a quarter or less getting to the gun. And then on appendix, it's about a 10th to a 15th to go from here to here. That's how quick it is. You may say 0.2 over here because you're covering more distance from the side. The hand's still the same motion. Now you can catch it on the way up and lift, or you can just stab it and take it out. The hand speeds are incredible right here. And for human beings, we all can really have the same sort of hand speed if our hand's pliable and our muscles are relaxed. Remember, tension is the enemy of speed. We need to activate the muscles that drive and relax the muscles that would break, and you're going to go a lot faster. All right, guys, get to practice. Let me know how you're doing on your draw speeds. Everybody can have a 1 second draw, and then when you're under pressure, you can have a 1-2 draw because it's going to change a little bit. Work to that 0.8 so you have an abundance of speed, and it allows you to draw that pistol as quickly as you can so that you have more time to aim. All right, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thank you very much. This is Active Self-Protection, Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant, and as always, measure, refine, and perform.